What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a Call of Duty tier list video. So we're going to be triggering a whole bunch of people. But I want to keep this video as short as possible. I know the last couple of videos I've made have been pretty long, and if this ends up being a long video, I'll end up just ranting about the Call of Duty franchise. But I want to make my own separate video about that. Maybe get Andrew in on it. We've always been pretty passionate about the Call of Duty franchise, where we started our channel and our channels. And so maybe we'll climb that together, tackle that together. I got my metaphors mixed up. Anyways, yes, so we will be doing a tier list video today, ranking all the Call of Duties that are listed down here from S tier, which is the #1 greatest of all time. In my opinion, you can't have too many games in S tier. I feel like it's got to be the one and only best Call of Duty ever, in your opinion. And then A tier is the games that were almost perfect, but not quite the best of all time. Then B tier is going to be middle of the road Call of Duties, or Call of Duties that I don't think I could rate fairly enough because I didn't play them a whole lot, if that makes sense. And then C tier are going to be games that I thought were not good, but they also weren't the worst of all time. And then D tier is going to be doggy doo-doo. That's doggy doo-doo territory. So you really fucked up if you're in there. But yeah, so this is my opinion. Feel free to leave your own opinion in the comments down below, or better yet, I'll link you the tier maker website so you guys can make your own tier list, and then go ahead and tweet it at me. That link's also in the description. So without any more rambling on, let us go ahead and get right into the video. Start off with COD 4 here. This was a little bit before my time. I went back and played it afterwards, but it just wasn't the same as I feel like a lot of people thought it was. One of the greatest Call of Duties ever made. A lot of people have nostalgia when it comes to this game, and I just can't rate it fairly enough because I don't have enough play time, and I didn't play it in its prime, and I feel like it would be unfair to say it was a bad game or a good game. So moving on to our next Call of Duty, World at War. I, again, have the same thing with this game. I didn't get to play it in its prime. I know a lot of people went back to COD 4 when this game came out, weren't huge fans of it, and then a lot of other people really loved this game. I'll tell you one thing I really did like about this game that I went back and played was zombies. I'm a big fan of older versions of zombies, not so much newer versions of zombies. I don't know, I just liked how simple it was. Just round up a bunch of zombies and shoot them. I don't know. There's just something simple about it that there's so much more. It's so much more complex now, and I just kind of liked the older Call of Duties for zombies. And Doris is one of my favorite maps of all time. It's a very legendary zombies map. Leave me in the comments down below your favorite zombies map in the Call of Duty franchise. Modern Warfare 2. This one's gonna trigger a lot of people because I know a lot of people think this is S tier. This is the pinnacle of Call of Duty. For me, it goes down here in C tier. Why is that, you might ask? I don't have the same nostalgia that a lot of people have for this game. I did play this game in its release year, when it was the most recent Call of Duty. I did not own it on Xbox, but my friends did, and so did my brother, so I would play it when he wasn't playing it. He no-lifed this game a lot. But I just didn't see the appeal that everyone else saw. I saw a lot of issues with this game, especially one-man army noob tubes. How can you put that in a game and think it's a good idea? I don't know. I also didn't like the spawning. I didn't like a lot of there was just a lot of glitches, and I just think that people remember all the good times, whereas I remember all the bad times. With that being said, though, if they remastered this game, I would totally get it just to play with my friends, because I just have a good time playing a game with my friends, if it's a good game or a bad game. Playing it with them, it's always fun. But anyways, moving on to Call of Duty Black Ops. This one is an A-tier Call of Duty, hands down. This is the first Call of Duty I personally owned on my own Xbox, and I played the crap out of this game. And I loved every minute of it. It just enhanced on what World at War did with zombies, just added some more maps, brought back the old ones, and it was a really cool game. I even had a lot of fun in combat training, just messing around with my friends or even bots. I don't know. Just all around, this game was so much fun. The unlock system in this game was so unique. This was back in the day when you heard the word COD points and it didn't make you want to throw up in your mouth, because it didn't mean microtransactions back in the day. COD points were just a way you bought weapons in this game after you had the ability to unlock them. I don't know. This game was just awesome. Great game. Not set too far in the past. I'm not a huge fan of games set in the past or the future. So this game was kind of, I mean, it was definitely set in the past, obviously, but I don't know. I didn't mind it as much in this game as I did with others. Then we move on to Modern Warfare 3, and I know a lot of people would put Modern Warfare 3 down here, and they'd put Modern Warfare 2 up here, but it's the opposite for me. Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favorite Call of Duties to this day. Hey, I mean, at one point, this was a Modern Warfare 3 based YouTube channel, alright? This is where I started my YouTube channel, Modern Warfare 3. I had so much fun playing this game. It just seemed to fix a lot of problems that I saw with MW2. Don't get me wrong, this game definitely had its issues. But my favorite thing about this game was how they released DLC. They had Call of Duty Elite this year instead of a season pass. So what happened is, if you had Call of Duty Elite, you got 2 new maps and some Spec Ops missions every single month. And it just kept the game so much more fresh and just kept you wanting to play and kept you interested. And of course, if you didn't have Elite, it just came out in the standard map pack format that we've seen in Call of Duty forever. And Face Off was so much fun. It was just a free game mode they added in later on in the game's life cycle. It was awesome, except Domination on Erosion was broken AF. Moving on, Black Ops 2, I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna make you guys wait. Best Call of Duty of all time, in my opinion. I loved Black Ops 2. League play was fantastic. This is where zombies started. I started to not play zombies as much. I did like Die Rise, though. That was a fun map. I like the Slicklifier. Multiplayer in this game was just awesome. The Pick 10 system, this is where we saw that for the first time, and that's kind of been a staple in Call of Duty since. I mean, obviously we haven't had the Pick 10 system in every game since then, but every Call of Duty's creative class has been based around it. We saw score streaks come in Modern Warfare 3, and they kind of became a staple with Black Ops 2. The kill streaks were fun. Everything about this game was fun. I only think there was like 2 maps that I didn't really like. And the one thing that I liked about this game was the DLC model, because they did come out with the first ever DLC weapon for a Call of Duty game in this game. It was the Peacekeeper, and they also came out with personalization packs, so custom camos, but the good news was you could buy those outright, and it wasn't a whole gamble with supply drops. Supply drops weren't a thing back then, so if you wanted that, it was fair because you could just get it. So I had no problem with that, and I want Call of Duty to go back to that style, but it'll never happen. Best Call of Duty of all times, Black Ops 2. Then we go to Call of Duty Ghosts, and man, was this game not quite doggy doo-doo, but it was crap. It was crap. This game kind of came out in a period of time that was really awkward for the franchise, because the next-gen consoles were coming out this year, so we saw 2 releases for this game. We saw the Xbox 360 and the PS3 release, and then we saw the PS4 and the Xbox One release. And when this game came out on PS3 and Xbox 360, it left a lot to be desired. People thought the maps were way too large and the player count was too small, time to kill issues, things like that. And Infinity Ward, I believe that's who made Ghosts, came back and was like, hey, a lot of these issues are going to be fixed on the next-gen consoles, don't you worry. And it was just standard old Call of Duty lying to us about things being fixed, because things were not fixed. And I think that if this game, if all of these games down here underneath the tier were the Call of Duties made, and these games up here didn't exist, Ghost would be near the top, because things got a whole lot worse from here, but it just wasn't great. I did like some of the maps, Sovereign and Octane. Those are the only 2 maps I remember from the game because I enjoyed playing on them. Leaning was a thing on console. Blitz was a fun game mode. Search and Rescue, I know a lot of people liked that. It carried the same DLC model from Black Ops 2. And yeah, Cranked was cool too. I can't remember if I just said Blitz or not, but yeah, some cool game modes, and that's all that this game really had. Then we go to Advanced Warfare, and ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Advanced Warfare, because it's our first doggy doo-doo game on this list. Yeah, it was just the first advanced movement game. That's Strike 1. Strike 2, supply drops. Strike 3, weapon variants. I can keep going, but this game was way too spammy. The only two upsides that this game had, and I'm really reaching here, were I liked the paintball instead of the bullets. You change a setting that showed paintballs instead of bullets, and I thought that was really cool because you could kind of track your shot a little better, see how accurate you were shooting, and it was just a little easier to tell. And I also liked in Create Class they had the firing range in Create Class, so you could test out what a gun was going to shoot like and things like that before even going into a multiplayer match. And it was also the first game with uplink in it, which I thought was a really cool game mode. And now I just came up with an idea the other day. What if uplink came back in a boots on the ground Call of Duty, right? And it was just Griffball, but for Call of Duty. For those of you who didn't play Griffball in Halo, it was kind of, you started with a bomb in the center of the map, and it was just kind of like this flat arena type setting, and you had to grab the ball and blow it up on the other team's side of the base. It basically was uplink, just on the ground, and I feel like that'd be absolutely awesome to see in a boots on the ground Call of Duty. But moving on, Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3 would also be taking a spot in the crap tier, but it was saved recently, and now it goes in B tier. Black Ops 3 was the best of a bad situation in the advanced movement system. It was definitely the best game we saw with advanced movement. It was very smooth and fluid. It kind of felt like Black Ops 2, but more disappointing because it had glidey, thrusty shit. And that was not what I wanted. I wanted boots on the ground. And it was just too over-the-top futuristic. Microtransactions were blown out of the water in this game. So you're asking, why is it not down here? Well, a couple months back, I bought it on PC and discovered mod support on the Steam Workshop for custom zombies, and wow, custom zombies is probably the best thing to ever happen to this game because it completely saved it for me. Fantastic, love custom zombies. It just brought it out of crap tier and up to meh tier because it's not enough to save the game from all of its issues. I also really didn't like specialists. I just don't feel like they have a place in Call of Duty. But yeah. So that's Black Ops 3. Custom zombies saved it a little bit. All right, congratulations to Infinite Warfare. We have our second doggy doo-doo Call of Duty on this list. Wow, this game, I didn't even buy this game at first. I bought it on Black Friday, and I bought it for like $30, and that was the $80 version. I don't remember what it was called, but it was that one because I wanted Modern Warfare Remastered, and I bought the game, put it in my Xbox, or my PlayStation actually. I put it in my PlayStation. I booted up Private Match to see what this game was about. Started one game, and it was on Terminal, because that was a bonus thing if you got the special edition as well. And halfway through the match, I was just done. I just did not like the game whatsoever. So the only reason I kept it for a little while was because I didn't mind Modern Warfare Remastered, and then they added supply drops to that and guns that weren't originally in Modern Warfare, and I didn't want that. I was just upset about that. Plus the fact that I still needed the disc for Infinite Warfare, whatever. These two Call of Duties are doo-doo tier, and they're confusing and get mixed up all the time because the covers are very similar color-wise, and the name is just Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. So I get them mixed up a lot anyways, and they're both doo-doo tier. But yeah, no thank you. Call of Duty World War II. Wow, okay, where are we putting this game? If we were doing this back when this game came out, it would be here in the meh tier. But it's going to go down here because I played this game a good amount when it first came out. I really did, and I really thought I was going to come back to Call of Duty and start enjoying it a lot more. But unfortunately, after a certain amount of time, all the guns started to blend together. All the maps started to get old because this game only launched with 8 maps. Are you kidding me, Call of Duty? What are you doing? I know there were 3 war maps, but I didn't play war. I didn't care about it. And also, this game was more fun, honestly, when it was broken at launch. Like, I don't know if you guys remember I'm sure you do. It was last year. But the headquarters, I think that's what they were called, where it was that instead of a lobby, you went to headquarters. That was way more fun when it was broken and only you and your party were in a headquarters together. It was so much fun to run around that and try and glitch your way out and get on the roof and have fun in there. And then when they fixed it, it was just 110-year-olds screaming and swearing into their microphones that I couldn't mute. So that was fun. And on top of that, just again with supply drops being added and weapon variants and weapons just being too similar, I don't know. I just lost interest in this game quick, and it's unfortunate. And here we go. Black Ops 4. Where is this game going to lie? It's not doggy doo-doo. And this is a tough one for me because I so badly want to put it here, but I gotta put it here. At its core, I love the gameplay in this game. At its core, it's just so smooth. I love the healing yourself act. The gameplay just feels great. It just does. It flows. But everything else about this game is so upsetting. The fact that this game was neglected like a month after launch. The fact that they just added in every single free-to-play payment setup that they possibly could to nickel and dime and just squeeze every last penny out of anyone who played this game. The fact that you couldn't even bother with any sort of DLC at all unless you bought the $50 season pass. I don't know. There was just so many tactics used by Treyarch and Activision in this game that it just ruined what was a really fun game at launch. And again, it has the specialists that I just don't care for. And I think this game still, with all that BS, could have been up here if they actually released League Play while I was still interested in the game. Because by the time League Play came out, you had already ruined it with everything else, and I had lost interest, and so had my friends. But we would still be playing League Play to this day, I guarantee it, because it gets rid of all the BS, and it would have been fun to play with them. But yeah, so this is my Call of Duty tier list. We got Black Ops 2 is the best of all time. I got Black Ops and MW3 here in A tier. COD 4, World at War, and Black Ops 3 here in B tier. Modern Warfare 2, Ghosts, World War 2, and COD, Black Ops 4 in C tier. And in Doggy Doo-Doo Land, we have the Warfare games, Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare. No, come on, go back. Okay, cool. And yeah, so this is my list. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree. I'm sure a lot of people disagree, and maybe some agree. Like I said in the beginning, I'll leave a link to this so you can go ahead and make your own tier and tweet at me your personal Call of Duty tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new. It really does help me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Click that notification bell and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you for watching. Love your faces, and YouTube. Peace out.